It's the leader. He's the wizard. He's forcing the mouth open.
Well, stop him. Kill him or something.
My dagger is gone. You kill him.
Not me. It's bad luck to kill a wizard.
Wait. There's a better way to take care of a wizard.
Hello, everybody. Got another episode here today. This one might not be for everyone because we're talking the Battle of Ohio, or Battle for Ohio. An idea I had a couple years ago. We got a bunch of clubs in Ohio, and I said, let's see who's the king. I think the winner is going to get to choose the format and location for the next time we do this. And it's actually our first event we're putting together. So we're just talking what we're going to be playing, how we're going to do it, the different rule sets and things like that. Like most things we do, not that well planned out, so we're going to try to put a little more effort and energy into this one. So I hope you guys like it. There was our typical nonsense mixed in amongst the discussions, and I think we come to some pretty cool rules and ideas. So I know everyone around here is really pumped, and kind of hope that it spreads. I'd love to see the battle for Pennsylvania or New York or New Jersey or something like that. I think any state that's got multiple clubs, I think it's kind of a fun thing to do because you're typically a bunch of friends and you all know each other. So we'll be sure to report after the event's over, but wanted to get this out here so everyone can be building their decks, building a mono green, that sort of thing. Know what you're up against. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Me llamaron de Colombia y yo lo voy a buscar un rato. Llegaron aparatos, que llegaron aparatos. Que llegaron aparatos, que llegaron aparatos. Me llamaron de Colombia y yo lo voy a buscar un rato. Llegaron aparatos, que llegaron aparatos. Que llegaron aparatos, que llegaron aparatos.
How's everybody doing tonight? Got a late start. I was watching that. Have you seen like Physical 100 or whatever it is? Physique 100 on Netflix. It's a crazy show. It's like real life Squid Games kind of.
So
they have they have 100 like strongest people they could find in Korea, and then they make them all fight each other, and it's pretty awesome. It's very Korea, like the way they edit it and everything just kind of drives you insane because they just replay every like they do everything 2 or 3 times, but it is pretty sweet. They have like these giant MMA dudes against like a dancer or a model or something. I don't know. It's I'm totally sucked into it, man. I'm like, this is the best. One guy in there was like he's like this bone breaking dude that does like zombie scenes in movies, and he was like running around like an animal on the ground, and I don't know, it's pretty cool, man. It's good television. I like it. Anyhow, we got sucked into that. So
yeah, I don't have Netflix. I borrow somebody else's Netflix, and apparently I'm not going to be able to do that anymore.
they start to frown on that, I think.
Yeah, they released something today that said like if you log in on a Netflix device, so like let's say I log in through your Netflix, well, it's going to require that within 31 days the device that I'm streaming off of logs into your home network. And if it doesn't, then it's going to like start charging you more money.
Oh, that'd be a drag.
Yeah, it's real stupid.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they don't like people cheating stuff. It's so annoying. Oh. All right. Well, I don't know if Eric's baking it. I think he's blacksmithing, which is pretty cool, but so
I mean, that's
I'm gonna
kind of
say.
cool.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're gonna miss for any reason, that's pretty good.
yeah, making your own weapons in the backyard out of pieces of steel, that's pretty cool. All right, well, I'm still gathering a few things here. I've been been working a lot and planning for this battle for Ohio in between everything. So I wanted to get together tonight, talk about what's going to happen. That way, let people listen, know how to prepare, know what to expect a little more. And actually, we can kind of figure it out as we go. So,
Yeah. Sounds good. Let's do it.
let's see. All right. I'm just saving a few files here, so I got stuff to talk about. Sorry for the silence. So, hey, we'll start one thing. You can fill me in, Jason. How are we coming on an Urza's Block cube? You got my list.
I do.
You're powering through some of the heavy hitters for me.
Yeah, I have your list, and I'm powering through the heavy hitters. And I was actually thinking today at lunch.
That's what I like to hear.
So I've got a list. I've got your list, and I've got all of the like heavy hitters. They should be arriving tomorrow. And then even after that, I owe you a bunch of money. Do you want me just to like order everything and then hand deliver you this cube?
I'm cool with that, man.
Because
Yeah,
I can do that.
So for those listening, I just had a bunch of, I guess they were modern legal stuff, modern and up.
Yeah.
I had just like 5 or 6 binders of it. I'm just I haven't touched this in 4 years and probably am not going to. So I thought it was going to be about $500, if that. I was like, man, there's a bunch of like bulk rares or whatever, and ended up came in over $2,000 or something like that. I mean, it's a hell of a.
Yeah, well, yeah, like I owed you $2,000 plus I'd given you a Nether Void and
Nether Void and $2,000.
Shit. So it was almost $3,000 probably. Close to it.
That is
I
insane.
I wish you would have told me that your expectations was $500 before.
Well, nah, I'm not that stupid. I know you. Like, sorry, we didn't quite get there. I got 480. Is that cool? But I honestly, I didn't even know what was in there. I was just like, I just do not touch these cards. So
yeah, I mean, there was nothing in there that was like crazy.
Just a lot of stuff. I mean,
it was just a lot of like, $5 cards, $10 cards. Every now and then you'd have like a $50 card. And then, just a ton. I mean, just like this right here is like bulk.
Hang on, there you go.
Yeah, this right here is like bulk rares out of 2 binders. So there's a lot of bulk in there too.
Yeah. That's why I knew it was a kind of bulky, because I'd skimmed off some of the big stuff once in a while, and then I'd sell Sliver Queen or something, and I'm like, all right, man.
Yeah, but it actually worked out, I mean, pretty good for you, because with the new Phyrexian set coming out, a lot of that stuff from like new Phyrexia has gone up in price. Basically, if something says Phyrexian on it, it's gone up in price. Atraxa, you had like 2 of the old Commander Atraxa cards. Those are like $75 now for some stupid
I wanted
reason.
to keep that. I'm just kidding.
Well, too late. So anyway, I mean, it was pretty solid.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure what to do with it, and then I got the bug to make. I think we'll do some cubes, but some cubing. I got the one cube we always play, which is just old border, but it's even got some new cards that are old bordered, and it's got some broken stuff we've altered and moxes, and I mean it makes for some crazy games. It's pretty fun. And then I pulled up I made an entire block of Mirage, Vision, and Weatherlight, and that was like a time that I played, and that's pretty sweet. But I made that entire thing for like $300 maybe, or maybe 200 something, because I had a lot of those already. So that was kind of a quick one. That's coming together pretty good. I got sleeves showed up today. I think I've got all my lands, which was kind of a big deal. But so that one's going to be kind of cool. And these are just 8-person, 360 cards. So you draft everything in the cube and you're done. And then Urza's Block was one that that was like really my jam. I was playing hard back when that was around, and there was so many things that just blew your mind when that set came out. So that's a like just a personal goal. I've like I never did draft it back then, just to show up at the shop and just get stomped in by the pros and go home still happy or whatever. But I never actually got to like draft it. So that's gonna be pretty cool. It's got all the good power cards and stuff. So I feel like we could probably have that together before. When is that event? I guess I should get the actual date of it. It's in March, right?
Mid-March, right?
17th, I think.
Yep, 17th and 18th. So St. Patrick's Day.
So my plan with it, while I was at lunch, I not only did I think, hey, well, I wonder if Brian just wants me to order this entire thing for him. I also started adding everything to my cart. So I've got all the white cards and all the blue cards added to the cart. So here in the next couple days, I'll get everything else added, and I'll just go ahead and place the order. So I'm trying to get as much direct as I can so that it'll all, and I'm going for like near mint light played, because I know you said that you did more busted cards. And so if I get through direct, it'll probably show up like mid next week.
God, I have been so annoyed though. TCG has been pretty good to me for a while until I ordered a boatload of 5 cents Mirage cards. And then it's just like, oh, I'm sorry, we didn't have your cards. Here's your $1 refund. I'm like, look, Dick, there's 10 cards. There's no way you don't have all 10. You just didn't want to go pick them for 10. You know, I get it, man. Like, but if you're gonna listen to this shit for 5 cents, you gotta suck it up some days when a dude like me buys it. You know, now I got to go back and buy it from 4 vendors, and like my $1 turned into $6, and my time's all shot, and I'm like, ugh. So yeah, and now I'm trying to keep track of which ones I'm not getting, because I had like, from all the stuff I ordered for the Mirage one, maybe 15 random cards are just not coming. So we have to go through and count them all again, and yeah, so it's been a process. But I'll be real happy to have those. Those will be fun things. I don't know. We don't often get 8 people together anyhow, but if we do, I'll have a backup for it. So. Yeah, if you don't mind, and I'd even kick in a little something for your time, because it takes an effort. It takes a while to go through a list like that, track it all, find it, pick the right ones, get it in a cart, then deal with that.
I mean, like I said, I think even after all those expensive cards for the cube, like the Grim Monolith and I don't know, all that stuff, I think I still owed you like $600 and some. Okay. Like after the Monolith and all those expensive cards, plus the Gaia's Cradle that we picked up.
Yeah, you got a Cradle.
So I think I still owe you $600 and some. So you know, it's probably going to be, here's the cube, and I don't know. Tell me what kind of sleeves you want, so I'll just go ahead and order those with them, unless you've already got some sleeves for it.
I got sleeves. I don't think I ordered quite enough. I didn't realize how many freaking lands you got to put in a damn cube. But
yeah,
I'm like, man,
but anyway,
40 of each is.
I'll get it to you, and I've got a running total of how much I owe you, and then I'll just PayPal you the rest.
All right, I'm not too worried. I appreciate you. That's cool, man. I'm excited. So that's part of the service when you deal with with the friendly neighborhood magic
friendly
dealer.
Neighborhood magic.
Crack dealer.
Yeah. So anyway, so March 17th, huh?
All right, yeah. So let's kick off the Battle for Ohio. So I think we got a pretty decent handle on what we're going to be doing. We've got a location now. It's a small house. It's actually where Brandon goes to work every day. So it's just an empty house. He bought it a couple years ago, and then we rented out for office space. So to get out of the house, he just goes there, and it's his office. So he's got an office, but he's got a full kitchen. He's got a living room, a complete basement. It's like 3 bedrooms upstairs, all empty. It's just empty with like a TV and like giant backyard, and it's in the middle of nowhere. So you could just go out there and shoot shotguns or whatever. When you're gonna bother anybody? I guess he has a cop neighbor, but it's like, if you're a cop that lives out there, you don't care. You know, there's a reason you're a cop out in the sticks, and he's like, he'll probably come shoot fireworks with us or something. So anyhow, we got a cool spot. It might get a little cramped for sleeping, but I'm not sure who all is gonna be attending yet. But I know hopefully we get about. I'm hoping to get either 18 or 21. So we're doing 3-person teams from the different areas.
It sounds like we got it going pretty good so far. I think like 5 clubs and close to 20 people are talking about it.
Yeah. So I think Columbus Cobalts are coming. Check this out. This one here just made my day. That the guys from Canton and so Bolivar, they have a 3-man team, and they're like, "Do we have to represent anybody?" And I'm like, "Dude, it's old school. You can just make your own club." Boom! Like next week, they got a stamp of the Canton Brownies.
Nice.
And so they formed a club just to come compete. So the Canton Brownies will be there. So, and for anyone who doesn't know, we're trying to limit it to Ohio. So we got the Akron Legionnaires, we got the Cleveland Rocks, Columbus Cobalts, Canton Brownies, and the Ebon Hand. So there's five clubs, and we just want to battle for see who rules Ohio.
I'm looking for the Canton Brownies to come out of the woodwork and take care of it.
They might have a strong showing. I don't know. They were just like, if we need to make a club, we'll make one, man. We will be there.
Hell yeah.
So the idea is going to be a Friday. We won't start keeping score until after 5:00 p.m. And you can win points for your team. Let me pull this up throughout the night until the following Sunday. So Sunday at noon will be the official main event, we'll call it. No, it's going to be 3-person teams in the main event. So your team of 3 people, ideally from your own club, but I mean, we can mix and match if you need to, because I figured we're going to award points. So at the end of the day, whichever team wins, they get 300 points, and each person, I think, gets 100. So if you had 2 from Canton and 1 from Akron, you could each divvy your points up however you want. But so
the main event will be Saturday at noon, right?
The main event's Saturday at noon, yeah.
Not Sunday.
I'm sorry, yeah, Saturday at noon, yeah.
Yeah, me checking my calendar, like, wait a minute.
No, yeah, no, it's not. We can't go that hard. We're too old for that. And so, yeah, your 3 people on your team have a combined card pool of Eternal Central Old School. So of the 3 decks, you stack them together. That entire stack has to be Eternal Central legal. 4 strip mines amongst the 3, 1 Black Lotus, 1 of each Mox, whatever. So, including sideboards. And I think what we'll do is we're going to have to randomize the team. So when you show up, your team of 3 will have a name. And then I think each person has to register with a number. And then we'll randomize the numbers and say, all right, team, you're on the Brobarians or the Barbarians or something like that. Yeah. So the Brobarians are going to throw down against the Brownies, and it's going to be, 1 versus 3, 2 versus 2, whatever, and randomize it. Because otherwise, you could certainly be scouting the room out and say, "Oh yeah, man, I see, this guy's playing mono white. I want to play him." So I think we have to randomize the whole thing. So you pick the team who they're playing against, and then we'll just kind of take we're gonna have to figure all of it out. But I think that works pretty good.
So yeah, so I was kind of thinking about this. So basically, if anybody's listening, the format's Eternal Central, Unified, Constructed, Old School, right? And the rules for Unified, Constructed back in the day when they used to do that kind of stuff is, and we can do it however we want, but just as additional data point, you would register your decks, and then you would register at that same time you would say Brian's player A, Jonathan's player B, and I'm player C, right? Because we're going to be that team. Now everybody, the A's always play against the A's, the B's always play against the B's, the C's always play against the C's in that order, and you don't really know who is A, B, or C on anybody's team. You have to do
that works, yeah, because that's still random. You can't choose when you go over there. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, and then what they would do is A would always sit on the left, B would always sit in the middle, C would always sit on the right, and you would usually have and we don't have to do this, but in order to prevent people from moving all over the place,
we spray paint their letter on their face.
Yeah, well, so if A loses, then they can walk over and help player C or whatever. But during the game, you could consult with each other
Yeah, I like that. I think that's fun, man.
But you weren't allowed to like get up out of your seat. So like player A,
Oh.
if he's playing his game, couldn't like run over to player C and be like, what do I do here? Right. So typically you would have player B sitting in the middle be the person that has the most experience with all the decks so that he could like help.
I
So
agree
he
with
was
that
like a
100%.
coach,
Yeah, that's
right?
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what they would do in the Pro Tour. We can do it however we want, you know.
No,
measure
I like
penis
it, man.
size, and
That's good because I like helping people out. I've done some Twitter giant. It's just fun to be able to
Yeah.
see your opponent. And we have a lot of discussion about Brandon. He loves to, he just can't hold a lightning bolt, man. It just burns his fingers. He's got weak fingers. It just, you can smell the smoke. He's just got to cast the damn thing. It's just like, you like, hold that bolt, man. He's like, nah, screw it. Just 3 to the face. Like, he can't do it. It's just in his system. And it's going to be great. So, like,
song with burnt fingers.
yeah. He's just,
Can't keep it.
he always loses that game where you put the 2 hands together and drop a lit cigarette. He's instantly out. Yeah, he can't handle the heat. So that'll be fun. Yeah. So whoever's doing that one. That's perfect. I like that. We'll just have to register A, B, and C with your decks, and then just hopefully honor system. I don't think everyone's gonna.
I'm really excited to see how everybody builds synergy off of each other using the one EC deck rules.
It's been fun so far. I think I've always heard that like mono black ends up being one of the common decks. And I know I thought about doing something to stop that, but it's just such a no-brainer in a way. You know, you just get all the good stuff, and as a mono black, that's usually one of the decks. So I don't know, maybe sideboard for us the assumption that you might run into a mono black, and then I think Cleveland is notorious for shops. I think just from all the vintage players up there, all the those guys. So I don't know. I'm expecting to see some mono black in shops, but other than that, I don't know what's gonna happen. And everything I've seen so far has been Jank Festival, man. So I'm like, all right, this could be a good time.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, I hope it's not just. But at the same time, I kind of want to win. So I don't know. There is some bragging rights to being the best in Ohio. And freaking if Raja shows up, he's like the world champion vintage player this year. He won like the world champs. So yeah, we got like the United States, whatever. We're gonna call him world universal champ of vintage is gonna be there. So like taking him down would be great, but I don't know. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be bloody.
Man, he's a damn good player. He just makes all the right plays at the right time. Like,
Oh yeah.
I played him at the Kuma a couple years ago, and that dude was on it, man. It was good. We had really close games. Like he wrote it up in his event write up, but man, he's good.
Yeah. So anyhow, I haven't heard. He has not confirmed he's coming yet, but then, several of the other ones have. So hopefully, and some of the people can only get there Saturday. Not everyone can be there Friday. And there is a hotel very close, like 2 miles away or something. If someone doesn't want to, I mean, it might dogpile everybody together. I don't know. So if you're coming, bring your sleeping stuff, sleeping bag, inflatable mattress, cot, whatever. I think there's a bed or 2 there. I'm not even exactly sure. He did say he's going to fill the whole basement with tables and chairs. So we'll have like a big event area in the basement. He's got leftover tables and chairs from a wedding or something. So I think we'll have plenty of place to play downstairs, and then upstairs he's cooking food, and we should be able to jam some smaller stuff upstairs on Friday night. And so that brings us. So anyhow, so all right, whoever wins Saturday, first place team gets 300 points. Second place team gets 200 points. 150. Sorry, second place gets 150 points. And so we'll have like a board there that we can write on. So we're going to write each of the clubs across the top. And then when you get points, you go over there and ring the gong. I got the sweetest freaking gong you guys have ever seen.
Shit.
You have no idea. It's so badass. I feel like I should probably show it. Here, let me see if I can find it here. It's the best freaking, it's such a great investment. It showed up. My wife's like, what do you got? Like, well, I always find myself looking at gongs a lot on the internet, and she's like, no one has ever said that. And I'm like, well, I do. I look at gongs a lot, and I need one, and I finally bit the bullet, and I got one. And so I built the stand. It's not quite done yet. So let me see how I can find this. But it is a very legit, real gong. And I'm sure I'm going to hate it. I told her even when I was unpacking, I'm sure I'm going to hate this freaking thing because they're going to be ringing it in my freaking ears. They're going to be waking me up in it. Let me see if I can share this.
Where exactly does one go to buy a gong? My God. Yep. That's gong.
That is a gong.
It gets so loud. It gets so loud it hurts my ears, man.
As they do.
I just rang it to demonstrate for Eric, and my ears hurt. I could feel the hair in my ears, man. If you get serious with it. So anyhow, you will every time you report points for your team, you hit the gong. So which brings us back to Friday night, which I think will be this will be the test of men, because I think we play all night on Friday, and so I could just see if somebody wins a freaking match of ante at 3 a.m. They're gonna really beat the shit out of the gong.
Oh yeah, totally.
I'm gonna hate my life. So anyhow, I know what I'm signing up for. So yeah, so then I'm thinking we're gonna have Friday night until the main event Saturday, open gaming, basically, whatever. So I came up with a point system for that. So if you do an 8-person event and you win it, you get 60 points for first and 30 points for second. So an 8-person event could be Cube, it could be Chaos Draft, it could be I don't know, whatever the hell you want to put together. Any 8-person event. 4 or 6 person, you get 45 points for winning and 15 for second. And you play one-on-one, you can get 5 points for winning. So you can just be sitting around just jamming one-on-one games. Every time you win, you go over and get 5 points. So if we might have to stop it because some maniac will just stay up all night long. And these only count if you're playing someone from an opposing team. So
Right.
like 2 Evan Handers can't just sit there all night long and just, I concede, you win over and over, and you wake up and Evan Hand has 8,000 points on the board and no one can even win. So you got to be playing an opposing team and you got to somewhat care. So I'm thinking it's kind of like, Harry Potter style, like, yeah, you get so many points for whatever, for awesomeness. I think I've debated on somehow giving everyone some tokens or something that they could give away, some points they could give to other, maybe it has your name on it. You got to give it to someone for cool shit that you see or whatever. So I might make some coins or something like that you can kind of spread the love.
I think that'd be real fair because everybody, oh man, you had some sick alters or you made some badass plays, or especially if we do like the bullshit draft with all the wonderful packs.
Yeah, I think we definitely got to do a bullshit draft, which will be, I got boxes. I got like 400 boosters of all my children, and I don't know. It's ridiculous. There's a Desert Storm, and there's you should see all these stuff. It's crazy.
He bought 400 wax packs and a gong.
This guy's on it.
I think they call that bad with money, maybe. I don't know. I mean, we got Marilyn Monroe pack. We got Photo Secrets. Those are some kind of models. The Geno card game of Marvel, Decision 92, Election, Independence Day, Angry Birds, Troll Force, Battle Cards, Hunger Game, Anastasia, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, All My Children, Maverick, Barbarians, Plasma. I mean, every one of these. Deathmate. There's Desert Storm. I know that one. I don't know any of these freaking card games. So yeah, it does make for a fun draft. So we can jam as many of these as we like. You want some Power Rangers or some X-Files. Anyhow, I'll get a giant box of that. Skeleton Warriors, that looks like a good one. Well, this is Desert Storm. This is even in like wax. Nice. Not even New Kids on the Block.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's pretty intense. So that we can run as many of those as we like.
So I was looking through the through the list that you had sent in the meeting invite for this, and so are we doing a green event for this? Because I know that there was some talk about it, but is that something that we're?
Yeah. So that is the how do you pronounce this? The leprechaun.
Aisling?
Yeah, the Aisling Leprechaun event is definitely going to happen. I assume this will be an 8-person event at minimum. So here's my idea. We got to kind of work these details out. So rather than going mono green, my thought is if you play a non-green card, your opponent gains a life and you take a drink. Or maybe 2. Maybe, yeah. No, I think that works. So you got to take a drink, a decent drink. Maybe not a full shot. So if you decide to break free from green. Now, Eric pointed out that, St. Patrick went around and destroyed like temples and things like that. He probably hates artifacts. So if you play an artifact, you lose 2 life and take a drink. So it encourages to play green, but I mean, if someone's a maniac, you can just go to town with your mono red deck and just drink a shitload of beer and just give your opponent life. But this is my thoughts. What do you guys think of something like this? So obviously it's a Leprechaun event. We're favoring green. We will have to ban Circle of Protection green. So that would just be stupid. Like that one just has to be banned. That would be too easy to splash white for just a cop green. But yeah, so I'm thinking if you play anything non-green, you take a drink and your opponent gains a life, or should they gain 2 life? Is that what kind of punishment do we have for breaking free from the green mold?
I mean, taking the drink definitely. I'm trying to think of what you could do. Yeah, I'm guessing just life. I was thinking like somehow like if you break from green, you ramp your opponent somehow. But
I mentioned that, but then Eric said, yeah, you should just run like 4 black vice and then just play a shitload of cards and make them draw a bunch of cards and then they just die. And I'm like, oh, that's
yeah, no, not ramp as in let them draw, like give them mana.
Oh man,
Because
that's interesting.
People are going to be playing like green, and green is synonymous with big creatures. So if somebody's not playing green, then maybe they like you gain an extra mana during your next turn or something to be used.
Kind of like a
non-green card.
I like that. Yeah, you pass over a 2 green for a non-green card. I feel like that's.
I mean, I think that sounds.
Is that too much?
Cool.
Still run the taking mana burn.
Yeah. That's true.
Guys got an empty hand and you're passing him 2 green mana each turn, then he may be holding it and get burnt by it too. So
yeah, you want it to definitely favor them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I kind of like we can make. Maybe we can make like an emblem. We'll just put out for the thing so that everyone sees what it is. So you can put like may use up to 2 green mana on their next turn.
I mean, you could always do something like if somebody casts a non-green card, then the person that the opponent gets to choose whether they want to gain 2 life or get 2 mana the next turn or something. I don't know. Maybe that's too convoluted because we'll all be drunk, but I don't know.
Yeah, I know. You don't want to get too complicated with it, but I think there's something here to see who's, you can splash a little something. And I kind of like that. It's like a green with a little splash. Because if you're mono green, you really got to go alpha with alliances to get enough good green cards, enough variety there. But if we just do old school green with, you play an on green, you take a drink, that's a given, right?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Take a drink. Opponent. I think your opponent automatically gains a life. I don't know. No, you're probably right. You put a. What if it was just a counter? You just sat on the card and then, like each person has a card, so you just put a counter on their artifact. Like they get the leprechaun. you put a leprechaun counter on their leprechaun, and then you can, at any time you can either remove a counter for a mana or to gain a life.
Oh yeah, that could work. You could just track it like that and then use it whenever you need it.
Yeah, that would be real good.
Yeah, so you get a leprechaun counter that goes on their leprechaun that's just chilling there, and then they can store it up, or they can pull it in an emergency. Or I mean, that's a bad thing to give your opponent. You know, you give them 2 extra mana or 2 extra life at any time.
Yeah. You know, you're talking. You play too many crazy things on turn 1, and you know your opponent has like a turn 1 Crawl Worm or something.
Yeah, you go Mox, Soul Ring, Black Lotus, pass. You know, like Crawl Worm. Like, oh shit! All right, wait a minute, what?
And they're so here's the other thing: do we play the green event early or do we play the green event late? Because we're going to be forcing drinks. So do you want the people to like start sober, and then if they're playing degenerate stuff, then they're going to have a bad time for the rest of the night? Or do you want it to be at the end of the night when after people have already been drinking?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be like 8 or 9 o'clock or something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just like in the evening, maybe kick things off for the rest of the night to get things moving.
Sounds good.
That sound right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that there's a correct answer to that. I was just wondering.
Well, I don't know if anyone's coming that doesn't drink. That's also a thing. I'm like, maybe, you know, I don't want to alienate or like put someone that's like been throwing their sober chip out the window just to win an event. So I'm like, there needs to be something. If they don't, then they drink their. I don't really. I know Ohio pretty well. I don't know of anyone sober in Ohio that I've ever met, but they could exist.
That's kind of where I was going. It is Ohio.
Yeah, so
that's like saying finding like somebody that does do meth in West Virginia. It ain't happening.
So you remove a counter. You add 1 green mana, or remove a counter, gain 1 life, or gain 2 life.
I'd say gain 1 is enough, because that 1 could potentially give you that last turn you need.
Do we hate out extra hard on artifacts, or just go non-green and call it a day? Non-green keeps it simpler.
Yeah, I think the artifacts could just fall under the same rule, right?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I mean, you could remove a counter or something, but
maybe make it so that like, okay, so tell me if this is stupid. So the way you've got it written down now, so let's say me and Steven are playing, and then I cast a lightning bolt. So the way it's written, I would take a counter and put it on my leprechaun, and then
no, you'd put it on his leprechaun.
Okay, so I'd put it on his leprechaun. I think Steven needs to put a counter on his leprechaun. It's up to the opponent.
Oh, like if your opponent plays, I mean, for good wording, yeah. If your opponent plays a non-green card, you put it on your leprechaun.
Yeah. That way, because like, you know, if I play a lightning bolt and then we're all going to be drinking, and I forget to put the counter on, then that's kind of scummy. But if the opponent forgets to do it, well,
yeah,
whatever.
That's smart. That's why you're here. All right, good. It's good to have. You know your middle seat, don't you? Sorry, man. I'm gonna be on the dumbass wing.
Oh,
I'm thinking that big bottle of whiskey now. I might just bring beer.
I think I got a bunch of flasks I was supposed to take to Stangstock, and I might bring those. So I might just be passing those out too. I don't know. I don't want everyone to pass out and not have any fun either. So you got to get that happy buzz, that middle buzz, you know. But no one's driving, so it is kind of the time. If you're gonna do it, that's the time. You're amongst friends.
Exactly.
You're playing Magic and you're not driving. I mean, that is probably the place to do it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll try to make a like a token or a whatever. What do you call it? An emblem or something we'll throw out, and then I got leprechauns for everybody.
Sweet.
I do got some prizes to give out.
Yeah, I can't talk about those, but
Oh,
I'm so pleased with the way they turned out, dude. They're both amazing.
Oh, I ain't talking about those. I was talking
Yeah,
about
those are amazing. The picture that Steven sent with his cards were, I mean, that was some pretty cool shit. So I think it'll be good. I wish there was something like I could contribute because I'm not an artist. I could draw dicks. That's about it.
all the leprechauns are gonna have one.
Yeah. Speaking of dicks,
Yeah, we're gonna
okay.
use dick counters, by the way.
Okay,
Put a dick token, put a dick counter on your leprechaun.
just a quick side note.
Yeah, I'm
Let me
gonna share
find it.
dick of the
Hold on.
week. So I think this is Dave Frith Bards. I'm gonna give him dick of the week. Fuck you and your never-ending string of bangers. It was from like a year ago. It's a Sarah Angel holding a giant pink dick. Very nice.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
it. So I've been working on. So hear me out. It's not completed yet. Marsh vipers, and the marsh vipers is just a giant pit of, I don't know. There's like 30 snakes in there, all intertwined together. It's like 30
I gotta
dicks.
see where this is going already.
30 dicks all intertwined together. It's amazing. And
This
yeah.
is your Picasso, man.
I'm working on it. I've got all the dicks drawn on it. I just need to bust out the dick paint and get it done. And it'll go. I'll make the commitment. I'll have it finished for the mono green event, and I don't know. We'll give it to whoever's voted as biggest dick.
Oh, biggest dick. That's a rough one to pass out.
Gone.
I mean, did you see Dick of the Week, the Sarah Angel, Jason?
Yeah.
So I got some runner-ups. I mean, Eric did a hell of a job. I played him ante real quickly, instantly won a City of Brass, which he drew ante with dicks.
I didn't realize those were. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it's all dicks. Every letter
Yeah.
is yeah. And then I also won this one, which has no dicks on it. It was pretty cool brushland
Mhm.
modified. But yeah, I thought he was like done with ante. We played 2 games, took a brushland and City of Brass right out of it. He's like, what
That's
the
pretty
hell?
rough.
I hate this game.
Pretty rough.
And then he won like the Karen Slayer jewel bird from me or some stupid shit. Like, enjoy. But he's learning. Put jeweled birds in your ante decks. Huh? So I don't know if anyone's gonna play ante. I really hope they do. I'm stacked up. I'm up to like 8 legitimate ante decks right now.
Yep,
I got an entire backpack of just ante decks. So I'm hoping someone new shows up to this thing. The rules are on our Discord or whatever. If you need them, hit me up. But I won't get into it. But that is fun as hell. And the more you drink, the more fun it gets too. So,
I'm bringing 4 new ones, so we can at least get a few in together.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't count towards points for our team, but I don't care.
Actually, win a nice dick all through those. So
yeah, I mean you can't go wrong with winning a good vein you win. I mean that's for sure. So all right, so we'll do it. We'll definitely host a full mono green. I think that'll be like a scheduled thing. Maybe I'll write it on the damn board or whatever. Like, hey, sign up for the Leprechaun event at 9. I think nonsense draft. We should probably break those down into like 8-person things. And then same thing with like cubes. We could do cube drafts, 8-person little. I mean, you can even do 4, but 8's a little better. Mm-hmm. Steve, what's your cube? I know you made a cube. I don't think I've ever even played it.
No, it's under construction. So it's kind of like a mix between, I'd say 30% old school and the rest like pre-modern. But like I've been buying boxes and boxes of pre-modern bulk and collections and stuff and slowly adding and taking away from it, making it a little better.
Yeah, pre-modern's good. I'm okay with that. Seems decent.
So one thing that you had in the list, it says Chaos Draft with new packs added. What is that?
So yeah, I don't know. This is something the Chicago guys do. So you do well, I guess it's not really a draft. You bring up a constructed deck, and then after each game, you crack a pack of like just current
Oh.
whatever you want. So you just bring your own booster packs. And I got the new, was it Dominaria Remastered? I got like a full booster box of that. But anyhow, you start, and so after like game 1, you crack a pack and add it. I think you also allow, if we do this, you can allow booster tutors to be played. So you can just keep cracking new packs and adding new cards to it. I don't know if we have time for it or not, but it is kind of a fun idea.
I got 3 boxes of I don't know, like newish stuff here. I can bring that.
Yeah, that's what I bought a box of that. I just have no use for it, but we might not get to that. Also, so the Vanguard cards, that was something I mentioned. So at a minimum, I made a full set of the Vanguard cards. I don't know if you can see them, but that's the back, and then I did new art on about half of them. So I did I went on what was it called? Stable Diffusion. I stole a bunch of AI art, and they're cool as shit, man. Way better than the old art. So I don't know if you ever played Vanguard, and I think it's cool, but can't find a good place for it during that event. So I think maybe we'll just do that amongst ourselves, as we'll have an event. Whoever goes last goes and picks a Vanguard card. Next time around, we come back and play. It's difficult to just spring it on a bunch of people. I think it's too complicated to just dump it out there. I might give a pack of those away as a prize or something like that. So they are kind of cool.
Yeah, my initial thought was like, at the beginning of the day, you get a Vanguard card, and that's like your card for all of your just like pickup games and things like that. But I think it would get old after a while.
Yeah, some of them are so busted.
Yeah.
You get the one that like all your lands tap for double mana or something. You're just like,
right.
It's so good. So you got to mix it up, or you got to switch in between rounds. And I thought about throwing that in the St. Patrick's thing, but then it gets too complicated.
I think
I couldn't figure out a way to do Vanguard. I think I was going to stay, and I'll just maybe give a pack of those away. They're not perfect either, but
that's good thinking though. Like you don't want to put too much into something and just have everybody wondering what the hell's going on the whole time.
Yeah.
There needs to be some downtime, right? There needs to be some time where it's like, you go to summer camp. It can't be all activities. You gotta hang out at some point.
Some point you do sneak in the girls' locker room and look around or whatever.
Yeah.
Never get a break. It's no fun for that. So yes, I'm hoping to kind of keep it casual. Like, all right, we got 1 or 2, or just say, hey, we're gonna fire off a nonsense draft. Anybody wants to join us? It's who all comes up, and then hey, we're gonna do a cube. Who wants to play Urza's Block Cube, or who wants to play Mirage Block Cube, or whatever, and we'll just crack them out and go. So. I mean, I don't know. If we end up with 20-some people, it might fill up pretty quick. These are 8-person cubes. Those will go quick, So other than that, I mean, I guess I was going to kind of recommend people bring, Eternal Central decks if you want to just casually find a pickup game, right? I mean, we need to be somewhat on the same page for just one-ofs. Hey, I want to beat your face in. I do like the freaking Scryings. Do you guys know Scryings at all?
A little bit, not too much.
So it was like a set that Magnus made, but he kind of introduced a full set of an expansion to Old School. And I did think about telling people to bring, maybe we could do a Scryings event. I think it's because I have a really cool Scryings deck I want to build. And I don't know if it's a good idea or if I'm just biased because I want to play a Scryings against somebody. And it's hard to find someone that's bringing those. So that might be a little bit of my own bias. So I don't know. I maybe we could float a vote or something in one of the Discords and see if anyone cares. I hate to I'm already bringing like 17 cubes, 20 packs, all these. I got boosters and cubes and and a gong, and I mean I'm gonna need like a semi truck to get there. So
I think the bullshit draft's really going to take off with everybody drinking Friday night, and then they see the first one happen, like, oh man, I should have got in that.
Yeah, it's way more fun than people anticipate.
Yeah,
I think we can all contribute to that because people that we thought were even going to suck at it were funny.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, it was like, man, this is something. It's like its own game. I'm gonna save those cards and maybe make a cube of the best shit that's pulled out, like the most like obvious fucking weird ass, like as extreme as I can, and I'll build a cube around that for some time. No, I'll play that with my family or whatever. Like, all right, you guys want to do something weird as hell? Like, all right. And I'll get that look, the same look I get when I'm unpacking a gong. Like, what the hell's wrong with you, man? Man, you must scare a dog. Hit a gong. Man, dogs go. They're shitting themselves. They're just sitting there under the chairs shaking. Oh, they terrify a dog. Not pretty. So that'll be the event. We'll just we'll have a board up there. I'm hoping because there's random events that it's fair for folks that can only come Saturday or whatever. I mean, if you can only come Saturday, come early, you know? I mean, we're not going to wake up at noon. We're going to wake up and Brandon's going to be cooking some farm-raised sausage or something, you know? I mean, we'll be up. We're going to jam some other stuff. Get anything you can do to come up with some points for your team. I got to figure out the tokens probably. Maybe we can discuss on the side how to do that, because I think everyone needs to get a token with like their team name that they have to give to someone else. Like that way you can't, an Evan Hander can't turn in an Evan Hand card for points. You know what I mean? Or a coin or whatever it might be. And I figured you could, you get those floating around. You can play some anti games back. Hey man, I'll throw in my freaking anti. Say you don't like anyone, you're not going to respect anyone. You don't want to give anyone cards because you think they all suck. Just bet your card. You bet your tokens every game. Like you all are assholes. I look down on all of you. I'm only going to bet these, and that's the only way you're getting them from me. And then you just play that guy. So that can be a thing too.
I don't know. I think it'll be fun. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a bunch of guys that have a common interest going out in the middle of the woods. Fucking
I'm
playing a game. I mean, it doesn't matter, really.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. So all right, so let's open another can of worms. So I don't know if I've even spoiled these on Instagram or we got the rest of the two more of the Ebon jewelry done. So the Ebon Pearl and we got the Ebon Ruby, which turns out to be incredibly broken. I just recently learned. So for those that are listening, the Ebon Pearl costs 0. It taps for white, just like a pearl would, or you can sack it to gain 2 life or prevent 2 damage to new on target. So we kind of copied the was it Homelands cards, I guess, that have that effect for each of the different ones. We had the
Fallen Empires, right?
Or Fallen Empires, yeah. So the Emerald is also very broken. They're incredibly broken. So the more we play with them, I almost feel guilty every time I use it. But the Emerald and the original Ebon Mox have been around for a minute. You can sack the Mox for 2 black, or you can sack the green to get +2/+2 to a creature. God, that's saved more shit than I can imagine. So I thought those were busted until then we did the Pearl. You can sack it to gain 2 life, but oh, fuck me sideways. This freaking Ebon Ruby is a goddamn good card. Sack it to do 2 damage to any one target, and it's colorless. And I actually played the ante with Eric a little bit today, and he was running like protection from red creatures with Slight. And just like, yeah, Ruby, sack it, kill your thing. Because it's colorless, so you can be running mono red and take out like protection from red creatures, and it's just such a good top deck just to free deal 2 to someone. Probably too good. So they all have the only playable in the presence of the member of the Ebon Hand written at the bottom. So do we allow them for the weekend? I plan to give them to most people that are coming. We'll do a little gift bag of these items. They're really intended for ante. That's why we created them. Do we allow these throughout the weekend?
So this is just me. I would be very stingy with these kind of things. I would say that they're allowed, but I mean, these are cool. These are really, really cool. I don't think it should just be as easy as just being given a set of them. I think
All
you should
right.
have to like do something. It's like, hey, I've got an Ebon Ruby, and I got this because I
Well,
won it.
essentially, the idea is you have to win it in ante. That's the
Yeah.
idea. So, all right, so they're allowed, but maybe let's have an Ebon Hand rule that we don't play them in the main event, and the only way people get them is to win them from us. How about that?
That's sounds ideal. But
And then maybe on the way out the door, parting gift. Here you go. You can have one on the way out.
Yeah.
Or not. I don't know. I only have 100 of each, so I got them labeled and numbered and everything. One of 100. That's all that ever exists. We're already starting to run out of the black ones a little bit. So
I mean, it just goes back to the thing, right? If they're easy to obtain, then there's no intrinsic value to them. So the only way that we can give intrinsic value to a card that we basically printed and had a computer generate the art on is to make them difficult to get. It's the only thing that we got going for them.
yeah, I've been kind of stingy with them, like sending packages out. I'll usually send like an Ebon Hand sticker or a stamp card, but I haven't sent hardly any of those.
all right, this is cool. I like this. Yeah, let's keep them. I mean, I kind of never want to reprint anymore either. I want to keep it literally. I mean, I guess someone could counterfeit it if you're weird. That would be the greatest day ever. Somebody just rolls in with 500 of these things counterfeited our shitty proxies. But no, all right, I'm digging this. All right.
I do think the Fallen Empire's additions to those make our anti-format like kind of its own ordeal with those.
Oh man, I mean, Jason and I have played a lot of anti, and I mean the freaking the black one, to be able to just sack it for 2 black kind of later in the game and cast your Necropotence or whatever is so good.
So good.
And the green one to just sack for 2, yeah, they are just the most busted cards you can imagine. I mean, Mox is already busted, but when they do other shit later in the game, it's just so good. And then today to see the power of just being able to just burn somebody for 2 out of nowhere. Oh, that Ruby should probably have been 1. And I didn't do the blue one on purpose because I have, probably 6 of my 9 anti-decks are blue. And I'm like, I don't need the ability to draw cards or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what the blue one should be.
What is the blue one in Fallen Empires? Is it like draw 2, discard 1?
It's something like that. Yeah, it sounds about right.
I can't remember. Because I never really played them. I know that the red one's like Aeliopile.
Yeah.
I don't know. Elven Lear is the green one. Yeah. It's Contorn. Sacrifice it. Draw 2 cards. Put any 1 card from your hand back on top of your library. Oh yeah, that's busted as fuck.
For free? Yeah, just for free. You just draw that and yeah.
Yeah, we need to print that blue one ASAP.
Yeah. This needs to be like sack it, punch yourself in the dick. Yeah, I don't know what
I like them. So yeah, I think we need to be a little stingy with them because we don't want to.
All right, so we allow them, but the only way you're getting one to run on Saturday is to beat one of us in ante the night before.
Wait, so we allow them in what?
On the main event on Saturday.
Oh no.
Well, who's gonna get? I mean, how many people are gonna get one?
I don't know. But
I don't know. That kind of ties into like a few people might bring anti-decks, play and win one, and then play an opponent with a mirror deck and not have that same advantage. And I don't know. There's a lot of things to that.
That's a good story, though. Tell me it's not.
I just think that they're too powerful, and
well, for one, I've only ever antied one of them in my entire time of playing ante, and I won that game. So I mean, and again, I mean, we're old. We're gonna fall asleep after drinking all night playing mono red in this green event or whatever we're gonna do. I mean, the chances of getting one is super freaking slim.
Right.
And then it was the chance of getting like the red one, and you're running red the next day or something. And there is a default rule: you can't run both of them. You can't run a ruby and the Ebon ruby. Like it has to be one or the other. So you have to get it. You have to be running that color in your card pool. I mean, you got to switch decks with one of your teammates just so you can run the thing. I don't know. It sounds like a hell of a story.
I mean, it
I mean,
does.
good lore and tales,
It's good.
but I think for the main event, you know, they should kind of just be left out. If you want them, like build an anti-deck and come get them from us.
Nah,
I mean,
that's true. It's not the Ebon Hand event. It is the Battle for Ohio. So
yeah. I think it's also a bad look, right? That we're like, hey, we made these busted ass fucking cards, and
Right.
nobody else can have them, and we're gonna use the hell out of them in this team tournament. So get wrecked.
That's what I was trying.
yeah, all right, yeah, that's good fun. Well, we would not use them. That would be part of it. It's like we can't run them.
We died.
Yeah, and then we would die to them as all night long because Eric stayed up till 5 a.m. losing every freaking ruby and it was yeah. All right, fuck it, yeah. Not allowed in the main event. Fair enough. But if someone plays it, I'll probably let it slide. I don't know. Who's the official judge in this thing? You judging, Jason? You know,
I ain't judging. I'll be drunk. I mean, I figure it's like any other thing that you ever do where it's, you know, somebody says, we don't know what to do. And then everybody chimes in with a different rule. And then eventually they just kind of figure it out.
Fair enough. I like that. Good call.
But yeah, I do think that there should be ways, you know, we can come up with some ways for some of these cards to get out. I just don't think we should load them into a money gun and just start shooting them at people.
All right. Well, we can probably give them to the winners, you know.
Yeah. Give some to the winners. Give some, like, if somebody does something just like absolutely fucking crazy and everybody's like hyped, it's like, I think that's worth it.
Maybe the winner of like each draft or something might get one or something. That would give us a prize to give out.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I haven't done? All right, maybe this is what it is. I need to freaking fix my wheel to be the Wheel of Fortune. And then when you ring the gong, you can spin the wheel.
Yeah, but you get to ring the gong every time you win a game, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta remember the
Right.
Wheel of Fortune.
Oh yeah, if you only put a couple on there.
There's only 4 things on it, and they don't necessarily look. Let me pull it up here and share. So I've got the wheel already. I just need to divide it into 4 sectors. We've got a cup, which you clearly have to drink a shitload of alcohol for the cup.
That should be a shot.
That should be a shot. We got a skull, heart, and a knife. So what, you know, with one of those, you can go pull a mox, you can go pull from the prize table or something like that. Like probably the heart. Heart gives you access to the prize table, which could be moxes or like the Ebon moxes or altars or I don't know. What do you think?
So what if you did something like the cup is a shot, the heart is you get something off the prize table. Is this weird? The skull is if you get the skull, then you have to take a card, like a non-land something, and put it on the prize table?
Yeah. All right.
Then,
So yeah, you draw a dick on your card and then add to the prize table. Okay.
And then the sword is like you get punched in the nuts. I don't know. I don't know what the sword would be.
Go again. Hit the gong again and spin again.
Yeah,
I don't think we want to punch because I know I'm spinning. I'm hitting the sword every time.
I ain't doing that. Yeah, like if you spin the sword, a little guy in a red robe takes you behind the tree and gives you a handy. I don't know.
Man, I owe that guy so much money already. The little guy in the robe. I don't know if I can afford him to give handies all night. I mean, I guess we could make the sword like a real narrow, like a hard to hit kind of thing. But... Steven, you got any ideas?
Not for the sword. I mean, I like the cup, take a shot. I like the heart, get a little prize off the prize table or whatever.
And skull add to the prize table. I think that's pretty awesome. I mean, the best thing I've come up with, the knife spin again.
I mean,
That's kind of weak.
Yeah.
You get points for your team?
Maybe.
You're already over there giving points to your team. Then you roll a freaking sword and we're giving another 10 points or something to the team?
Ooh, what about, okay, so how about this?
What if you took it from someone else?
What about this, right? So it's like both sides are opposite yet equal. So you take a prize card, you have to put a prize card back. You take a shot, you can give a shot to somebody else.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yes, I'm writing that down. Give a shot. All right. Yeah, so
like,
you can definitely like continue to win all night and keep putting points on the board and then just keep giving someone a shot over and over again. Like,
yeah,
take
or like,
somebody out. I hope it's...
or like if there's one guy that's just like playing some busted deck or something like that,
Yeah.
and he's just
Yeah,
like
right.
rolling
I
all
mean-
over everybody, then that guy's just going to get daggered all to hell and end up passed out in the bushes. I don't know.
I mean, we know Raja can play. Let's see if he can drink.
Yeah.
Oh, that is phenomenal. Okay, so that answers how people can get an Ebon jewelry. That'll be on the prize table. Are you, Stephen? You're working on a stamp, right? I have not gotten around to a stamp.
Yeah, I'm working on a stamp. I got to lighten some of the art and stuff. I got what I sent over to you, but it's coming together. It'll
Okay, cool. So yeah, so that's the other thing is I want a very small number of the Ebon jewelry that's stamped. Like these will be maybe one of a kinds.
Okay.
Is that cool? Like one of each on the prize table, and if you're the one dude that owns the freaking Ebon Emerald from the Battle for Ohio, like that's the one of a kind, dude. That's
So like at the end before everybody leaves, are we gonna have like a ceremony where we destroy the stamp or something?
I'd say we need to stamp all the leprechauns. Everybody can get the leprechaun.
everybody gets a stamped leprechaun. I got a shitload
Yeah.
of leprechauns around here somewhere. My freaking desk is such a mess, dude. I've got 2 cubes. I've got all the cards for the event. I've got multiple decks. Oh my god, all my lands. This place looks like a hoarder house.
Dude, my desk is the same. I put the prizes that I sent in the picture together.
Yeah.
Shit's everywhere.
Uh-oh. That's just the life of a Magic player, man.
Oh yeah.
True. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. All right, so I got to finish the wheel. Need to make tokens or emblems. All right, good. I got some project here, but we got this. Emblems, wheel. Steven's on the stamp. Jason, you're working on the guy to give handies? Or no, never mind. We didn't do that.
Working on the guy. I mean, I was just gonna bust out my red robe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Done.
Deal. You want a good deal, man. Come to this guy. He's got everything. All right. I'm nearing the end of what I had put together anyhow. I think we got a full event here. I think this is going to be fun as hell. I don't want to get too crazy. I don't know. Is there any other games we should bring? Anything else you guys love to play? I mean, left, right, center, or I don't know, just
watching. By the time this event comes, we'll have all this shit smoothed over and figured out.
Yeah.
you think, but yeah, if I don't stop and think about stuff, it doesn't get done right now. I'm in the crazy mode, so
I think I think what we got is enough for a jam-packed weekend of Ohio fun.
Ohio shenanigans, yes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm probably tapping out on Scryings. I don't think enough people are gonna play that. I think it's too niche. We'll just skip that one. I think we skip Vanguard. I think that's too niche.
So if
We
we
just
had
got enough other stuff.
for everybody listening or that hears this on what they should bring. So we got the main event deck for Saturday, the EC deck for casual play, ante decks if you want to ante with us, a few extra cards to swap in and out, get signed, prize table, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Anything
be prepared to lose the wheel.
Yeah. A green deck. You know,
And a green deck,
I
yeah,
can't remember if
green
you
deck.
already said that, but yeah, a green deck
Mostly green leprechaun.
or a not
deck.
green deck and a high tolerance for alcohol.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna bring like all the things, and whatever jam out.
Yeah, I'm hoping to have 3 cubes that I'll bring. So if anyone else out there brings a cube, that's cool. I love the cube and draft inside. I feel like those are great games. So we got 3 cubes and then nonsense cube. So, I mean,
Yep. Yeah, I think that's about.
joking like this. Oh shit! I gotta get rid of the background effect. Huh? Can't even see it. Hang on, let me turn off the background so you can see how many of these freaking booster packs I have. It's ridiculous.
Oh, the poor
Turn
wall.
that off.
It looks so sad. It's going away.
Oh shit! Can't make it go away. Down here in the. All right, yeah, here we go. Yeah, so this is an entire box of boosters. I got like 3. I haven't even cracked 3 of these full things of. These are just bricks of booster packs of random things.
Man, I remember the last time we did it, the Maverick packs. So, end of the podcast, hot tip for anybody: the Maverick packs are pure fire.
Yeah, Maverick packs were hot, weren't they?
The Marilyn Monroe ones were too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
There's just so many
it
ways
actually,
to
I don't
go
even
with
understand what was this one that was crazy?
Oh, I know exactly which one you're talking about. The one that was definitely not.
Was it Spoofy Tunes?
Yeah.
Spoofy Tunes were fucking weird, dude. I don't know what the hell Spoofy Tunes were all about, but they were weird and they were crazy. You could definitely build a theme around them. So yeah, I'm gonna bring all that. I don't care if we crack the entire box of that nonsense. I'll have a good time. That's all we do is just open cracks of My Little Mermaid or whatever. I'm down for that too. So
I think once they see how fun it is, everybody's just gonna get so drunk and be like, "Fuck Magic, let's just play that."
I almost feel like it is a card game of some kind. I don't know what it exactly is. It's kind of like Cards Against Humanity or like the
make of it, and that's what makes it.
Yeah, there's something to it, man, because it's fun as hell, and you don't have to really have any skills. You just gotta understand like how to draft.
Yep. Just let your imagination run wild. It's so good.
So I was gonna vote on the best top 5 hair in old school, but I didn't get a chance to look at that today, so I don't have any. Maybe think about that with the best 5. Obviously, Conshorn's pretty hot. I mean, that's a hot take, but
I mean, Ragnar looks like he's come straight out the trailer park for a big night of, at the roller rink or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Ragnar's pretty solid. That's a good one off the top of your head, man. You've kind of.
I've thought about this.
You've thought about it, but haven't you?
I mean, it's perfectly like parted in the center. It's like Hulk Hogan white, and then he's even braided it underneath. So, like, I don't know.
Yeah. Did you look at this from my notes, or did you just know Ragnar from his epicness? Because it's just
Ragnar,
good
dude.
hair.
Yeah, it's Ragnar.
God,
like that's the
good
only
hair.
thing I think of when I think of that card. I don't even know what the stupid thing does, but I know he's got ridiculous hair.
It's so fucking good that you can regenerate a creature. Oh, wait, is a 2/2. He does to everything. I mean, never mind. But other than that, he's badass.
Yeah,
Giant crow in the background.
On the field of honor, a soldier need have no fear. Field of Honor meaning roller rink. And
Yes, the roller derby is the field of honor. That's so true. There's no more honorable field than the roller derby.
I don't know. There might be some others, but I mean, just right off the top, Ragnar, baby.
Ragnar, yeah, and then Conchorn, we'll give that second. I mean, I don't know what else.
I don't know if you're going with hair and not hair on the head. Channel's got a pretty sweet beard.
That's true.
Well, that's a whole different event, but let's check this out. Channel, come on, and then yeah, he's got a pretty legit beard. He's up there with that's a whole other podcast. Look at his bald as shit.
Yeah.
I mean, he makes me look hairy.
I mean, so is it just me, or like when I was a kid looking at the channel art, I thought that the beard was a rock and he was like pulling himself up over a rock. But then you look at it
forever
and it's a beard. So he's pulling himself up on his own beard.
Yeah, because he's got a firm grip right here with the right hand. He's pulling himself with his beard.
Yeah.
That's clearly his beard because you can see the white streaks coming right off his nostrils and stuff down through here. So he's like trying to hold his beard down. It's got a mind of its own. It's so out of control.
There's so much mana flowing through that beard.
Yeah, he's like Marilyn Monroe holding her dress down. He's trying to hold his damn beard down so he can see where the hell to throw the damn fireball.
Yep.
Best beard. We'll have to look into that one. I don't know that we've solved best hair, but we might have. That might have just happened that quick.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just looking through, like, because Legends cards have good hair. Like, I could see Wrathy Berserker, at the roller rink with Ragnar. So that's like best hair team, maybe.
Yeah, I mean he's got decent hair, but he could be thinning a little bit in the front.
Yeah,
nice
it could.
Part.
Yeah, but if you notice, he's got the same. He's like tried to mimic Ragnar. He's got the same braid.
He's got the bead.
Going.
Yeah, the braid.
Yeah.
The braid
and the part
right off there.
The part right down the middle. So it's like I don't know. It's like Wrathy Berserker. So like Ragnar lives in like the low income apartments, and Wrathy Berserker lives in the trailer, and he's trying to
Wrathy Berserker looks like he's from the same area of East Kentucky I am, and he does drywall.
Yeah,
I know that guy.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're talking the same guy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He rides around in his car on the weekends with a 6-pack of Busch Light, hitting on high school girls.
Wait, it's very important.
He totally hits a high school girl. I mean, best beard. You got Latinam or Sage Latinam. I mean, he's amazing.
Oh, best
Man
beard.
has good hair. I think he uses a lot of product.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to think about. I'm sure there's like so much. There's probably, if anybody's listening, they're probably like.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I
the
wanted this to be a topic and I didn't get to it. So,
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
Sinbad's got some nice flowing, he's got good product and everything.
I think for the next episode, we can kind of go over best hair, best beard, maybe, and also talk about the return of the Paladins.
Yeah, I know. I think that'd be kind of fun. I'm excited for that.
Oh, I'm stoked.
I don't know what that is, but
I feel like he has the best bowl cut, maybe. Pretty sure that's a bowl cut, right? The Argivian archaeologist, I guess.
Yeah. It's like young Bill Gates.
He does look like young Bill Gates. Damn. That's the first mouse. He just invented the freaking mouse. Damn. God, they were. All right. Well, we can't solve all this tonight. That's why we got to keep
No.
doing this stuff. So, I mean, as far as hair, you want to run your fingers through Bird Maiden. I mean, she's got nice hair, but still not Ragnar.
No, dude, Ragnar, he's fucking got it.
What about Enchantress?
Look at her. Yeah, she's all hair, right? I mean,
Yeah, Enchantress.
Jesus, yeah, that is an absurd amount of hair. She actually ran out of flowers to put in her hair. She's making more flowers because she has so much freaking hair. Holy shit!
I always like to
That could
think.
have Channel Wizard's beard.
I always
That'd be-
this art
Imagine-
always reminded me of. Did you guys ever like when? I don't know. Hell, this is probably 30 years ago at this point. Like the Guinness Book of World Records, there was the guy that had the world record for the longest fingernails.
I
And
remember
it was
that.
just like all curl. And whenever I see that Enchantress, that's what I think of.
Just nasty needs to. I mean, Preacher's got a nice curl on the front. there.
Yeah,
He's got the Wolverine thing going on.
a little bit.
Yeah, he's a little intimidating. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking Ragnar first, Enchantress second. I mean, this is hard. Someone might have to get back to us on this.
Yeah,
Hard to do on the fly.
We'll have to do some. We'll have to do some more investigation, and we'll get back to everybody on this.
All right, that sounds good. All right, guys. Well, I think that's it for me. We've been an hour and something, maybe. It's a good episode. I
Yeah,
think it's been too long, man. I've been
it really has.
working too much. Last event was a total bust. No one showed up to. What was that?
Spike Fest.
Yeah, Spike Night. Yeah, Spike Night. No one was there.
Dude, I've been out of town. I get to go home tomorrow. I can't wait.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get together next week one day. I'm not sure which day exactly. Probably
we need to.
Tuesday or Thursday or something like that. I know weekends are good for you folks, but it's bad for me. So I don't know. I mean, I don't always have to be there, but anyhow, yeah, I feel like we need to get together and jam a few more games sometime.
Yeah, we really do. I feel like since the first of the year, like the group chat has been kind of barren.
Kind of slow. I know. We need
Yeah,
to
we're
to
just-
start
Yeah,
talking more
it's just-
shit.
I think 2023 is just fucking sucks, man. So
Oh,
anyway,
we can make it.
we'll
Make it better.
March 17th is the turning point.
I still got to get my ante cards from Brian, so I'll definitely try to make the next one.
Yeah, I know. For real, dude. I've got them in there.
Okay, guys,
All right. Well, let's call it an episode.
another fucking banger, boys.
Another banger. Yeah. I got
All
have
right.
you guys looked up Dog Core? I think that's what it's called. It's a damn good song. I'm gonna make the intro of that. I'll try to see if I can find it. So this guy with a raging pit bull, and he just holds his mouth and and he makes a song with it. It's so good. Maybe I'll text it to you guys when I get off here.
I missed
yeah.
I missed
The-
that, but I did listen during the last episode that I was a part of. I did get to listen to the song about the
Yeah,
pedophiles running around capture kids.
yeah, I feel bad a little bit. I don't. It's not that I endorse, people that steal people's children. I really don't like those guys. But damn, the song is so fucking catchy. Yeah, it's got get in the
Yeah.
van. I got toys and puppies and candies inside. All right, I mean,
Yeah.
it's such catchy lyrics, and
I
it's
will
a good
say-
song. And
I will say that it was stuck in my head for the rest of the day.
Yeah, you made my day when you said,
"Damn."
damn you, man, I'm still singing about that. It's like. Get you chained to the radiator so you can't run. We're gonna. It's I gotta get you in the dirt before the goddamn Amber Alert. No one's
Yes.
ever rhymed Amber Alert with in a
No.
song before. I think it makes me a bad person for liking it, but
I think you're uniquely your own. I mean, the 400 packs, the gong, and now this. Hey, you're just
no,
one of.
thanks. All right, man. I'll take it. Yeah, uniquely me. That's probably what my wife would say too. He's special. He's different. Unique. But yet she likes the gong too, so don't let her fool you. Unless I ring it right now with everyone going to bed right now, I'm just going to just start beating the shit. Every time the Google goes long, broken glass, heard, it's a nightmare. It's so awesome. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate your time. Have a good night, everyone.
Okay.
And,
Yep.
We'll be together soon, and keep putting that cube together for me, Jason. I'll take every piece of that you can find. So
Well,
make
I'll
it work.
find all of it. I'll find all of it. We'll see you guys.
Perfect.
See
See
you
you
guys.
later.